The Nature Boy has entered the building. A $25,000 robe, a lifestyle that most people could never imagine. It's tough being the Nature Boy.
There's an old saying, if you want to be a star, you gotta look like a star. Well, the Nature Boy more than looks like a star.
To be the man, you've got to beat the man. And ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the man. Byron Saxton, what's causing all this?
The Nature Boy, woo!
Introducing the challenger from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing in at 235 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Introducing the champion from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Stay right where you are, people. Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
Look at them, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals.
The Nature Boy may be flashy with his robes and struts, but he's also all business in that ring.
I can point to at least 16 times he's proven that.
Harsh impact.
Thunderous power slam. Oh!
That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though.
Oh, what impact! That's how you wear down your opponent. Oh, continuing to punish them.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a suit going for broke.
Is he done? And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest. There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be thrown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
Oh, guys, that'll mess up the back of your neck. You spoke about this earlier, Corey. It's crucial for a WWE superstar to fully understand the gravity of the situation they're in when they battle inside a 15-foot-high steel cage. An individual must be ready to endure pure brutality and be prepared for the fight of their life. No one leaves a steel cage match without scars.
Corey, you said something of value for once, in that anything is legal inside the steel cage.
His shoulders are down. And the champ kicks out.
He can withstand a lot more punishment, I can promise you that.
The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later.
There's a pin now.
Ric Flair is overjoyed to remain champion.
That match is worth another look. Here we go.
And this is how he ended it.
Here is your winner, and still National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
An amazing contest comes to a close following a decisive pinfall victory.
That pains me to discredit a legend, but tonight...
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has defeated opponents of all shapes and sizes while holding several singles and tag team championships.
Yeah, the lightning speed, the martial arts expertise, and the fire to go well beyond the limit. The Dragon has it all, Saxton. The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Agility. Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the two men... Here he goes. Is he done? And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Red suplex.
Making it look easy.
You gotta believe this one's over. He's got him covered. Real nicely done. I can't believe he's in this.
Ric Flair never ceases to amaze.
Ricky Steamboat may have it.
There's no way he's giving up now.
And it's Ricky. Whoa! He gets out of it.
He's at another level right now, Michael.
Clothesline! Right in the back of the neck. Stop in the leg.
Just nasty.
The champ on the defensive now. This match is clearly taking its toll on the champ.
I'm a little disappointed in his show. Maybe it's me, but I really expected more from him here tonight in this steel cage match.
This is one of the more evenly matched contests we've seen in quite some time. From the looks of things, it could really go either way.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Right to the back of the neck.
We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
Corey, you touched on something moments ago that's so important for the combatants in a steel cage match to remember. A superstar must be able to think offensively to figure out how they're going to escape the cage. They must think defensively at the same time so they can prevent their opponent from getting out of the cage first and winning the match.
Well, a superstar must become comfortable with escaping the cage by both exiting the cage door and by climbing over the top of the cage. They must also be aware of their attributes and what's best for them. Let's just say if you're a giant like The Big Show, The Undertaker, Kane, or even Braun Strowman, it's preferred to exit through the cage door. Look at this!
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire.
Here we go. Is he done? How'd he do that?
I don't know, Michael, but good thing. I don't think he could have taken much more of that.
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s through the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall, submission, or by exiting the cage through the cage door, or climbing over the top of the cage.
Shoulders down, championship on the line!
New champion! He's got some fight left in him. Not yet.
Oh, nasty impact.
Takes him down hard.
You gotta love that kind of aggression.
Gets out of the way of that one.
Oh!
This might be it! We're into the cover of the title on the line!
New champion! New champion!
The champion is victorious.
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
Check this out. He really put on a great show.